can you transition from an H-1B to an EB-1 green card, and how difficult is it? This is a question we get all the time. The answer is yes, you can, and yes, it's hard. So the EB-1 is designed for individuals with extraordinary ability, outstanding researchers, multinational executives, um, and it's faster processing than EB-2 or EB-3. So let's talk about it. So there's three EB-1 categories. One is the EB-1A for extraordinary ability. This one you can self-petition, so you do not need your employer to file a petition for you. You can do it on your own. It requires proof of sustained national or international acclaim in science, business, education, arts, or athletics. And you have to meet 3 out of 10 USCIS criteria, like major industry awards, published work about you, significant contributions to your field, leadership roles, a high salary compared to your peers, this kind of stuff. So you can see this is really for the most high achieving of professionals. It's a good fit for like scientists, researchers, engineers, tech innovators, high achieving professionals generally, that kind of thing. The second EB category is EB-1B, and that's for outstanding professors and researchers. And so for that one, it requires a U.S. sponsor. The sponsor has to be either a university or a private employer with a research department. You have to have at least 3 years of experience teaching or engaging in research, and you have to show international recognition in your academic field. So this is typically for professors, PhDs, researchers with a very strong publication and citation record. This is the kind of category where you can almost say if you would be able to get it or not just by like going to your Google Scholar profile and looking at the citations. EB-1C is for, this is the third of the three. It's for multinational executives and managers, extremely specific. So it's for employees of multinational companies who have worked at least 1 year abroad in a managerial or executive role. And for obvious reasons, the employer has to file the petition. And so this is really for high-level managers or executives who are moving within a company, right? How hard is it to qualify? Very hard. Unlike EB-2 or EB-3, EB-1 is highly selective because it's only for the top professionals in the world, right? You have to have extensive documentation. I mean, we spend so long putting together these petitions to prove that our clients meet these criteria, right? You can, for the EB-1A, you can self-petition. It really helps if you also have your employer's blessing, because it's hard to show that you meet those high standards without employer backing and access to some of that employer proof. Advantages to an EB-1. No PERM. So you don't have to do a labor cert. EB-2 and EB-3 require a job market test. You don't have to do it for this. So that speeds things up considerably. EB-1s typically have shorter wait times, priority date wait times, than EB-2 or EB-3, especially if you're in a country with a super long wait like India or China. So how would you transition from an H to an EB-1? First, obviously evaluate your qualifications. If you think you're there, then talk to an immigration lawyer, call us, and we can talk to you about whether we think you would qualify for that or not. But if you don't have to worry about, like, you don't, um, you don't have to have a lot of anxiety about it because you can make better facts. You can build your profile publishing papers, um, getting speaking engagements, taking on leadership roles, things like that. So you can develop your career towards that way. And sometimes it's just like being a little bit more intentional about all of it, um, can really move the football down the field for you, um, in getting qualified for an EB-1A. The, 1B and 1C require employer sponsorship, so you should obviously talk to your employer about it. 1A, you don't need your employer behind you, but it helps a lot just in the preparation to have your employer on board. So you should think about that. Once you're ready, then it's a pretty straightforward kind of application, and premium processing is available. So you can get a faster decision on the I-140. How can you improve your chances? For 1A, the publishing research, number one, receiving awards, gaining media coverage, um, networking with and working and truly working with industry leaders, thinking about who could write you recommendation letters and then planning to kind of work with them, um, and getting involved in high impact projects that showcase your contributions. So it's great to be involved in high profile, sophisticated work. The best is high profile, sophisticated work where your contributions really move the needle and you're able to show that it was your contributions that really drove it. If you're thinking about a 1B, um, do what you're probably already doing, which is building your strong research portfolio, um, preferably with international recognition. The teaching and mentorship roles to demonstrate academic leadership is also what you should probably be thinking about. 1C is the most straightforward. You work for a multinational company. You should be highlighting your managerial or executive experience, and you should be exploring a transfer. So bottom line, from an H2 and like EB-1, is it like, should you be thinking about it? Is it worth it? Yes, if you have the strong qualifications, or if you don't have them already, if you're willing to put in the work to get the strong qualifications. Because EB-1 is the fastest way to a green card because you skip PERM and you skip the long wait times. If you don't already meet those high standards and you don't want to work towards them in your career, or maybe you think you won't be able to meet it, then, you can always apply for an EB-1, but it might not be the best use of your time and money. You might want to be thinking about some other stuff. Anyway, we're always happy to chat with people about, typically about EB-1A, but also EB-1B, occasionally EB-1C we talk to people about. But we're always willing to talk to people about kind of how well they're positioned for an application on one of these, and what they can do to either improve their chances up to kind of like an acceptable level where it's really worth it to submit the petition and see if you get approved, or kind of in those earlier stages of development, planning out a career strategy to get to that point. Anyway, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, shoot us an email. I'm happy to chat with anyone about any of this.